Welcome to Impact Moment right here on GCTV. I'm Alvin Jones, and we are still social distancing, and it's all good. Now, for those of you who are at home, one of the biggest concerns you always have, especially now, is about eating and getting good food. And today we have Hugo Magala. He is with FRESHFARM. How you doing today?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for inviting me. FRESHFARM is an organization that promotes sustainable agriculture and improves food access in the capital area. So we are the third largest farmers market organization in the country. We run 30 producers-only farmers markets in the metro area. We also have a very innovative food distribution program that is connecting farmers with institutions and people that have been historically excluded from the food system. So it's our mission to connect farmers with an area like DC. You know, DC has to bring food from other states because we don't have farms that could feed the city in general. So we have an important mission, which is like bringing fresh food, improve nutrition, and make it accessible to everybody in the city.
What are some of your biggest challenges?
Well, COVID has made everything different. Now, because farmers markets are naturally bringing crowds into an access area, we have to change the way we are operating to keep the farmers, to keep the clients, and to keep our staff safe under COVID. So in collaboration with the city, we have developed several protocols to make farmers markets a safe space. And now, because this is happening outside, we believe that people are coming to the farmers markets because it's a safer place to shop and connect with the farmers. Also, it's important because the farmers markets are keeping the economy moving. You are able to come buy your food, get support your local businesses, and go home with your groceries for the week.
It sounds like there are some challenges, there are some opportunities. What has been your biggest reward so far, especially with everything going on with COVID-19?
I think our biggest reward was being able to use farmers markets, not just to create access for the city in general, but also to use it as a point to create emergency feeding and make food accessible to families that are suffering right now because of COVID. So we are connecting farmers with these families that otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to access to fresh food.
Are you seeing a different type of clientele now that COVID-19 is here?
What we see is that farmers markets now are getting 100% of shoppers visiting it. Normally farmers markets attract people because they are areas where you can come and bring your family with your dog, but now people are coming and do their grocery shopping. Some of the habits are changing because now we're eating less outside, and we have to shop for the whole week of grocery and cooking. So now we see this as an opportunity because families are coming and buying more. We have fewer people coming to the farmers markets, but we see that families are spending more. Also, normally we saw that some of the crowds were changing over the years because farmers markets have always attracted families, but now in an area where we are a number of young professionals living here, we see that now these groups of different households are coming together to shop for a group of people instead of individually eating outside. So this is creating an opportunity to households buying more for a crowd living in a house.
What are your biggest challenges?
Right now it's more expensive to operate the markets. We need to have more market managers. The farmers markets right now, as I'm telling you, because of these different protocols, we have, for example, one point of entrance and one point of exit. Keeping crowd control and keeping everybody safe means that we need to bring more managers to keep the market safe. And that means that we are spending more to keep the markets open. That's a big challenge, and we know that farmers markets across the country are suffering because of that. Farmers markets don't necessarily create a lot of revenue in general for the organization, but now to keep the market safe, we need to invest more. So that's the big challenge that we are facing in this moment. We also need to create more signage so people know what to expect at the farmers markets. We need to buy PPE for our staff to keep it safe. All this is increasing the amount of resources we have to invest to keep the markets open. That's one thing. The other thing is that we have been investing money to support our emergency food distribution, and as the crisis keeps extending, and it seems it's going to be the same probably until next spring, those resources are also fading. So we hope that donors and funders in the area keep supporting emergency feeding, because that is an important part to keep the area healthy, right? We need to keep distributing healthy food across the region.
How can people help you?
I think it's a good time to shop at farmers markets. That's the first thing. Come back to the farmers market. We've been here, in the past. We are now during the crisis, and we'll be here in the future. Farmers markets are the best place to buy healthy food, fresh food, to connect with the land and know your farmer. I think that's one thing. The other thing is that everybody that has the opportunity should be donating to support other families that right now are suffering. We know that many families are stretching their budget. Many people are jobless right now. So donate. You can donate at FRESHFARM.org, but also there are other institutions that are doing emergency feeding. It's an important time to be to have some solidarity with other families. So that is key to keep supporting the distribution of fresh food in the region.
Well, it sounds like you're doing some great things with Fresh Farms, and I love the fact that you guys are adapting to the COVID-19 challenge, and that you see that people do need food, they need healthy food, and the fact that Fresh Farms is making changes to adapt to the situation so that people can still get what they need, especially in this day and time, because of course one of the main concerns has always been now, how do we get good food, healthy food, because we can't go out, and the food that we get has to be fresh. So Hugo, thank you so very much for all you do.
Thank you so much for inviting us. Appreciate it.
Let's thank Hugo Magala for coming on with Fresh Farms to explain how they are helping the community and how you can help them continue to help the community. This has been another Impact Moment for DCTV. I'm Alvin Jones.